Woody Guthrie is one of the most celebrated folk musicians of all time. He lived through the Great Depression, the Great Dust Storms, the Cold War, and he fought in World War II. He lived in Oklahoma, California, Texas, Oregon, and New York. He was married 3 times and had 8 children. He wrote thousands of songs about everything he experienced in America.
Click, clank, open up a door, girls. Click, clank, open up a door, boys. Front door, back door, click-a-dick, clack, take you riding in my car. Climb, rattle on the front seat. Spree, I spraddle on the back seat. Turn my key, step on the starter, take you.
He was born on July 14th, 1912 in Okemah, Oklahoma. During his early years, his parents exposed him to Western, Indian, and Scottish folk music. This, however, is probably the best part of his childhood, as his sister Clara died in a tragic accident and his family fell into financial ruin. Perhaps the worst was the institutionalization and eventual death of his mother. In 1920, oil was discovered in Okemah. Many people from around the country came for a chance at the riches that it represented. However, by 1927, the oil had stopped flowing, and the town was left with almost nothing. Seeing the issue, Guthrie left for Texas. Once there, he met and fell in love with Mary Jennings. They were married in 1931 and would go on to have 3 children. Also during this time, Guthrie began his first attempt at a music career with the formation of the Corn Cob Trio, and he discovered his talent for drawing and painting.
I'm a-traveling down that road, so many have gone before. 100,000 workers along the ocean shore. Rich man took my home, he drove me from my door, and I ain't got no home in this world anymore.
In 1935, dust storms plagued the area and Guthrie was forced to leave in order to provide for his family. In 1937, he arrived in Los Angeles. He got a job on a local radio station, playing traditional music and even some of his own works, with his singing partner Lefty Lou. He soon gained immense popularity, especially with other refugees.
Across the desert sand they roll, trying to get out of the old dust bowl. They think they're coming to a sugar bowl. Here's what they find. The police at the port of entry say, you're number 14,000 for today.
Bored with his success, he left for New York. While there, he recorded his first album of all original work, the Dust Bowl Ballads.
Better hang on in beautiful Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, Georgia, Tennessee.
He also helped to form the Almanac Singers, along with other famous folk musicians including Pete Seeger and Sis Cunningham. They were known for their songs of protest against things like fascism and war. Due to his success, he was able to bring his family to New York. However, shortly after bringing them, he decided to take them to Portland, Oregon, due to his disgust with the censorship of his music.
Come all of you good workers, good news to you I'll tell, of how the good old Union has come in here to dwell. Which side are you on? Which side are you on?
While there, he became involved with a film on the building of the Grand Coulee Dam. He was paid to compose the album, The Columbia River Songs, which included famous songs like Roll on Columbia.
Douglas fir where the waters cut through. Down a wild mountain.
Afterwards, he moved back to Texas. This constant desire to move around the country caused his first marriage to come to an end. After moving back to New York, he fell in love with Marjorie Mazzia. They were married in 1945 and would go on to have 4 children. Having a family brought stability to his life, along with one of his most creative periods. He wrote many songs and poems, as well as his semi-autobiographical novel, Bound for Glory.
Yakima snake and the clicky tattoo, Sandy, Willamette, and Hood River too. Roll on, Columbia, roll on.
During World War II, he served in both the Army and the Marines. He wrote countless anti-Hitler and pro-war songs to show his support.
Bound to lose.
All you fascists bound to lose.
I said,
All you fascists bound to lose.
yes.
When he came home, he wrote Songs to Grow On for Mother and Child. This album won him recognition for writing children's songs. In the next few years, he became very interested in Jewish music due to the influence of his Yiddish mother-in-law. He wrote songs like The Hanukkah Dance and The Many and the Few.
Tip-tap-toe, happy Hanukkah, around you go, my little latke on your toes. Happy Hanukkah, and around you go. Clap your hands, happy Hanukkah, clap, clap.
During this time, he began showing signs of Huntington's disease, and his behavior grew more and more erratic. In 1952, he decided to leave his family for California with young musician Jack Elliott. Here he met and married his third wife, Annika von Kirk, whom he had one child with.
I just blowed in and I got them Dust Bowl blues. I just blowed in and I got them Dust Bowl blues. I just blowed in.
He came back to New York, but continued becoming increasingly unpredictable and was hospitalized several times. During this time, many friends and family came to visit him, as well as aspiring young musicians like Bob Dylan. He died on October 3rd, 1967.
But when the dust gets high, you can't even see the sky.
During his life, he wrote nearly 3,000 songs, published 2 novels, created artwork, and authored numerous poems, plays, letters, and news articles.
I couldn't see a thing, and the wind so cold, boy, it nearly cut your water all